Hey guys, this is Noah Best Drummer, back with another episode of Contempt of Court. So, last time we were defending Mr. Brisbane, and to be honest, I haven't recorded an episode of this in a few days, partly because I've been busy, but also because the logic of the last episode was very annoying to deal with. Like, specifically, the piece of cloth, the finger marks on the edge of the cliff. I just got so annoyed. It was just so frustrating to deal with. But anyways, back with another episode. So let's just get back into it. Only a few more minutes. Vinny? Yes? Is it difficult being a lawyer? If you want the truth, yes, it is. You see, I only ask because, well, see, I'm studying law right now, and I'm aiming to become a well-known prosecutor one day. A prosecutor? Any particular reason why? Well, criminals are to blame for my nerves. I'm absolutely terrified of criminals. I was hoping that if I became a prosecutor, I'd never have to fear criminals again. If only I had more confidence, or at least something to awaken my senses. Mr. Brisbane, may I ask you something regarding the crime? I suppose. What was your relationship with the victim? Ah, Jack. He was my closest friend. I met him at law school a few years ago. He had a stepbrother who became a prosecutor and probably wanted to follow him. A stepbrother? Did you ever meet him? Just briefly, but for some reason Jack didn't want me to meet him. Now that I think about it, the prosecutor looked a lot like him. Well, like what I can remember. Prosecutor? You mean Vex Volpa? Yeah, he just looked a lot like Jack's stepbrother. Wait a minute. That face! That hair! Ugh. Mr. Brisbane, are you alright? That's him! Volpa? He's the victim's stepbrother? Yes, I'm sure of it. That's what he looked like. I didn't expect something like this at all. Prosecutor Volpa, related to the victim? I don't know if this will be of any help, but what if I were to write this down? Write down? You mean like an affidavit? Who knows? Maybe this will come in handy sometime. I got a memo from Mr. Brisbane. What about the card you fought over? What's so special about it? That's what I asked Jack at the time of the crime. Actually, it's the reason why we met at Verglass Bridge in the first place. It was? Anyway, the card. It's made of... Court is back in session. Please make your way back to the courtroom. You can tell me once this is over, Mr. Brisbane. Oh, sure. Good luck, and, thank you, Vinny. I think it's made of... Enigma? What was he about to say? Well, I guess we're never gonna find out, because, I have a feeling Mr. Brisbane is about to, like... Okay, so theory time. Mr. Brisbane is probably the prosecutor we saw at the beginning of this case. I mean, it looks exactly like him. Or, he looks exactly like him, so I don't know if, like... I don't know what's gonna happen to him at the end of this trial, but something... pretty bad is probably going to happen to him at the end of this trial. He's not going to, like, die, obviously, but... let's just see. Court is now back in session. Bailiff, do you have the results of the search? Yes, Your Honor. Here we go. Oh, fuck. A ledge underneath the cliff edge was found. Ah, shit. We would like to present two pieces of evidence to back this up. A simple but explanatory cross-section drawing of Verglass Bridge. If you look closely at this section, you can clearly see a ledge underneath the cliff edge. The court most certainly accepts this into evidence. Stop! This is irrelevant! And as a second piece of evidence, the shoe print found in the snow on the ledge. We believe this belongs to the real killer. Ah! This proves somebody was hiding on the ledge. All we need now is to find out who this shoe print belongs.
Your Honor, before we go into the shoe print business, there's something the defense wishes to pursue.
What?
Oh, very well. What would the defense like to pursue?
Sir, what are you talking about?
Think, Vinny, my boy. Think about the playing card.
The playing card? What of it?
Think of the circumstances surrounding the card. Wasn't it said that the card was a secret between the victim and the defendant?
Yes?
And that not even the police knew about its true purpose?
This is so...
Well, that very fact contradicts in the statements made by somebody in this courthouse.
It does?
What are you whispering about over there?
I don't really have any idea what Sir is talking about, but... Your Honor, the facts surrounding this card contradict the statements made by somebody earlier.
Huh? What do you mean, Mr. Cicatrice?
When I think about it, it does make a lot of sense. Only the victim and the defendant knew about the true nature of this card. And how did we learn about this? Somebody knows a great deal more about this card than this person. In fact, it's Volper. Because he announced that the card was the lucky charm for, what's his face? For the victim. He should not know that. If it should not be privy to him. So I'm gonna say it's Vex. Prosecutor Volpa, may I ask you a question?
Huh? Me?
What do you know about this card?
Where are you going with this?
Just answer the question.
Oh, come on, Vinny boy. I thought you had a challenge for me.
This card was the victim's lucky charm. Nobody else knew about it except for the defendant. My point exactly. And how did you know all this?
What do you mean, how did I know all
this?
Ah, shit.
I thought you said that only the victim and the defendant knew about the card. You shouldn't have known about this information.
The, police told me.
Not possible. That information wasn't given to the police. As far as they were concerned, this was a meaningless playing card that the victim happened to be holding.
What?
The only way you could have known all this information about the card is if you knew the victim.
that was not what he said. Anyway.
Order! Order! Order!
Prosecutor Roper, is this true?
Prosecutor Roper!
Keep your beard on, Gramps.
So, are you going to answer? Things are starting to piece themselves together in my mind. Roper could only know so much about this card if he knew the victim. Could it be? Okay then, let's move on to something else. This footprint. Would you happen to know to whom this belongs?
Why would I know that?
Simple. Am I gonna accuse him? I feel like if it was his, he wouldn't just flat out admit that, but like, let me go to the others. Shoe print. What's a print out of Brisbane's shoe print? So he should, like, I don't think it's him. You know whose it is, don't you? Oh, well, oh, do I now, Vinny boy? And who would that be? Finally, it's all making sense. Brisbane told me that Volpa is the victim's stepbrother, so he would know about the card. Then there was Jack Kane's murder. The shoe print can only mean... Vex Volpa, this is your shoe print. Oh, okay. I guess it is his.
May I be excused for a moment, Your Honor?
Oh? May I ask why?
Well, I don't feel too good all of a sudden.
Do you know what I think, Prosecutor Volpa? I think you want to be excused so you can change your shoes.
Of course not. Why would I...
Then you have nothing to worry about if I were to, say, compare your shoe print with this printout.
Uh-huh, but this is irrelevant.
Oh, it's very much relevant.
Objection! Fuck you! I object! Overruled.
But it's objectionable! Now, let me examine your shoe.
It's a match! Mr. Volpa? Mr. Volpa, you will take the stand and testify to this.
This confirms it. Volpa was present at the crime. But did he really kill Jack Crane? And if so, what was his motive? We're about to find out. Oh, we're back to present day. Okay. I guess we'll have to learn about what happened during that trial later. Or we'll learn right now. So this is our client. He's already given me the creeps. So you're Phoenix Wright. How did you know? Detective Snow informed me on your way. You see, we're acquaintances of sorts. Acquaintances? How about I introduce myself first? My name is Vincenzo Cicatrice. I used to be a defense attorney. Used to be? Wonder why he quit. And I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Ahem! Hey, what am I? Scotch Mist? And this is Faye, my business partner and spirit medium. Alright. Seems like he doesn't believe in spirits. Okay, so let me give my thoughts on the trial section just now. I thought it was pretty interesting. I think that Mr. Cicatrice is a pretty interesting character. He does seem kind of like Phoenix, but just more like, I don't know, less emotional, which still pretty cool. I like his character so far. I also like Mr. Brisbane. I really like Vex Volper. Like, last time I called him a dickwad, but to be honest, he's a lovable dickwad in my opinion. So hopefully we'll see more of him. Unless he died in that trial, somehow. Okay, ex-defense attorney. You used to be a defense attorney? Yes, under the Grossberg criminal defense law firm. Mr. Grossberg was my mentor and boss. As he was with Mia. She never mentioned Vincenzo before though. He was also the only man I cared to call my friend. So a reason for why I, his favorite pupil, would want to kill him is practically non-existent. That does make a lot of sense. So why were you arrested? Apparently Mr. Grossberg was stabbed at Verglass Bridge at midnight. And that wasn't you? Of course not. But there was a witness who says he saw me do it. He identified me by the scar. You mean the killer had a scar just like yours? Either that, or he faked it. Faked it? Paint, one of those fake plastic stick-on scars, you know? I'm sure loads of people have scars on their faces. It could have been anyone. Well, you have to admit, mine is pretty distinctive. I'm convinced I was framed. That's funny. Why does this scar suddenly look familiar? The witness. So, who is this witness? I have no idea. I was only told that he was a resident of Neville. The police wouldn't give me a name. Could it be... Why has he gone quiet all of a sudden? Oh, we already answered that. Okay. So, I'm gonna present stuff to you. The card. I'd appreciate it if you kept your relevant evidence to yourself, Mr. Wright. Okay, fuck you too. Okay, you don't care about that. What about the badge? What about my badge? Do you have a lawyer yet, Mr. Cicatrice? No, but that is why I called you here. You called us here? Why? Okay. Why call us? First of all, Mr. Wright, I want to thank you. For what? For freeing Mr. Grossberg from that blackmailing coward Red White. I was wondering why Mr. Grossberg always seemed so timid and fearful. Aw, that douchebag. Red White. The killer of my second ever case when I first met and defended Maya. He was the CEO of Blue Corp, a company he used to gather information about everybody. He would then use this information to blackmail anyone he wanted. Judges, politicians, you name it. He had the potential to shape the entire country as he saw fit. Until I stopped him. It was nothing. But it was something. You see, I was present at the trial. What? You? I was in the audience. Let's just say I invited myself. I wanted to see Red White break down and brought to justice. And may I say, Mr. Wright, you performed formidably. I was hoping to get a chance to meet you after the trial. To thank me for convicting White and freeing Mr. Grossberg from his hold? Yes, but you are already gone. But how did you know about Red White? Believe me, Mr. Wright, when I say this has nothing to do with the case at hand. But I will just say, Mia Fey and I followed White for a while. Until White found out and killed her. Strange. Mia never once mentioned working with Vincenzo on that case.
Visiting hours will end in 2 minutes.
I think we have all the information we need. Thank you, Mr. Cicatrice. Please, just call me Vincenzo. Vincenzo. Let me guess. You want to represent me in court tomorrow? That's entirely up to you. Alright then, I accept. I wouldn't have called you here otherwise. You helped Mr. Grossberg. Maybe you can help me too. I hope you've had a chance to prepare. Don't worry. Call it a special agreement. That's Detective Snow for you. It's time we got back to the office to plan our next move. Looks like Detective Snow's gone. At least he kept the place clean and tidy.
But fortunately for you, Nick, the toilet could still use a clean.
I think we have more important things to be doing right now. Okay, what to do? What should we do now?
Zavari! Didn't Detective Marshall say we couldn't use the bridge till sundown? Well, I say we check out Neville.
Good idea. Vincenzo said the witness lived in Neville. We need to meet them. Okay, then let's just go. March 27th, 7:44 p.m. Verglass Bridge. Phew! I forgot how far the bridge was from the office. It's dark already.
Nick, look, it's snowing!
Not much of a surprise up here. Maya's so happy about the snow, I think she's forgotten how cold it is.
Nick, look, look, look!
Ah! You don't have to try to pull my arm off to get my attention.
Oh, stop being a big baby, Nick. Just look! Little lights across the valley.
I see them. So that's Neville.
Well, let's get over there then.
Maya! I swear my arm nearly came off that time. Hey, look. There's some footprints over there. What strange shoe prints? Wait. Aren't those, Vulpers?
The snow hasn't had a chance to cover them yet. They must be fresh.
And they're heading towards Neville. Wonder whose they are.
Let's go!
Oh, this is the, cabin from the intro, where that one guy got absolutely fucking destroyed with, like, a pipe or something.
Ooh, look at this place. It's like being inside a giant snow globe.
Looks like you need to be rich to live here.
What should we do now?
Remember what Vincenzo said. The police told him there was a witness. The police told him there was a witness to the crime. We just have to find them. Let's try this house. There's a small building over there that looks like a bit like a chapel. I suppose Neville's a more civilized place than I thought. More populated, too. Oh, nope, I already know that. Okay, back. This house. That's some house! It's probably the most impressive house I can see around here.
Let's knock the door! The witness might live there.
I think Maya's just looking for the opportunity to explore the mansion. This is resume search. Let's try elsewhere. I don't think this is where the witness lives.
Aw, please? Party pooper.
Later, Maya. Just relax.
Look at all those pine trees, Nick. Look at all those chickens.
Actually, those are fir trees.
What's the difference?
You need to stop being so narrow-minded, Nick. Oh my god, no. Why am I getting deja vu? The fucking step ladder. Okay. A river starting from somewhere higher up in the mountains runs in front of this mansion. It's frozen, not surprisingly. Bridge has been built over it and provides with the only access to a large mansion. I just want to see if there's anything else. Look at all the... Yep, I already know. Okay. Let's go to the mansion. Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. Doorbell. Here's an intercom. Let's see if it works.
Who dares enter my home?
I think this is, Crump. Whoa, this guy's serious. I'm praying a big dog doesn't come charging at us from nowhere. I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm a lawyer. We'd like to ask you some questions, Mr.
My name matters not. Leave this place.
Sir, did you by any chance witness the murder at Verglass Bridge? That did it. Sir, are you still there? Knew it.
Who are you?
I already told you. Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. And I'm Maya Fey, spirit medium and business partner.
I see. Please come in. Come in, sit. Some music, perhaps? I am Titus Crump, and yes, I witnessed the murder. The very moment! So please, come, ask me what you will about the crime.
I love this classical music. It's really good. This is a very impressive you have, Your Highness. Why, Phoenix, why are you calling him His Highness? Okay. Why did I call literally what I just said?
Thank you, my boy. It is modest in its way. I suppose to the more penniless it is considered a palace. But to me, this is but a sanctum of solace in which to rest my aching bones.
He says while trying to keep a straight face. Have you lived in Neville long, Your High Mr. Crump?
If you so desire to call 5 years a long time.
Did you witness the crime at Verglass Bridge, Mr. Crump?
Most certainly, fair girl. The whole thing! But where do I begin?
This guy's kookiness level is off the charts. So, could you describe the murder, sir?
Murder! Oh, a murder of the most ungodly proportions, my boy. Two bemused individuals meet under the star of destiny. A flurry of mockeries, a wave of panic, a swish of silver, and then... a fallen body!
I'm half tempted to applaud his performance.
Believe me, my boy, it was almost similar to the murder 5 years ago.
Murder 5 years ago?
Oh! Forgive me, my boy. I have a way of running my mouth.
Please, Mr. Crump, I'm curious. What murder?
Ah. Very well. Murder occurred 5 years ago, near the very same bridge. You could say, the very same location. I testified as a witness to that murder, as I will this one. I merely commented that these two cases seem strikingly similar.
I wonder if these two cases are connected.
The curiosity of youth. It never ceases to amaze and amuse me. I shall go make some tea and we can talk more about this.
He sure is a kooky old guy. But at least he's being more cooperative than we ever hoped. We just have to wait for our tea. Nick, did you notice a weird smell to him? Now you mention it, yeah, I did. It was like rubber. Yeah, like burning car tires or a dentist's gloves. I can't stand this waiting. I'm off to explore this cool house. Maya, stop. You'll get us in trouble. Ugh. Suppose I better go look for her. Well, first, let's look around. An antique grandfather clock. I can hear it's ticking over the music. I can't. Okay, nothing else to examine. Yeah, let me press the button. This chair. This chair's been covered over with a sheet. I'm tempted to find out why, but Crump could come back any second. Top of which, I have to find Maya. Is Maya about to be kidnapped again? A large cabinet for holding wine glasses. There's a single glass missing. The gap is somewhat eye-catching. That's worrying. There's nothing else. Yep, I know. Lounge. Maya! I'm sure she came this way. The window's almost completely frosted over with ice. It's still snowing outside. Nothing here. Oh. A small table and chair set. I don't think this is the dining room. More of a small lounge area. A large portrait of somebody. I don't know who it is, but it isn't Titus Crump. There's another doorway at the other side of this room. Maybe Maya went through there? The, back lounge. Maya!
Hey, Nick. Don't you just love this house? It's so huge.
Don't you live in a mansion anyway?
Well, yeah, but...
Look, we have to get back to the living room before Mr. Crumb finds out we're gone. And if we get in trouble, we're gonna lose out on some vital information.
Ugh, oh, fine.
Gah! What did you do?
Uh-oh, I knocked this little bust's head off. What's that noise?
Look, the cabinet. A secret room. But first, a table and chairs set similar to the one in the other room. How many lounges does this guy need before he's comfortable? A plain brick fireplace. Looks burned out. Nothing there. There's a secret room behind the cabinet. Looks like the small bust Maya knocked over is the switch. Well, that was convenient.
Ooh, a secret room. I need to have one put into Fay Manor.
There's something unsettling about this room. Yeah, what the hell is this? What are all these shreds lying on the floor? They smell of rubber.
Looks like something made from rubber got viciously shredded to pieces.
Wait, I've smelt this smell before. This smelly smell. That smells smelly. SpongeBob reference for those who don't get it. Titus Crump. He gave off a strong, rubbery smell. The very same smell as these scraps. I'll take the largest piece. Wonder what this object was. Piece of rubber added to the court record.
Nick, look! Next to the pieces of rubber! Blood!
Just what is going on here?
What is the meaning of this?
Uh-oh.
Why, may I ask, are you two in this room?
Isn't this the bathroom? Nice going, Phoenix.
Your poorly executed response fails to convince me.
What's with this blood?
I merely suffered a nosebleed at an earlier date.
A nosebleed?
Yes, that is my own blood.
Shit. 5? Jesus Christ. What the?
Get out! Get out, get out, get out!
What's this guy hiding?
Sorry, Nick. I just get overexcited and curious in my youth.
Mr. Crump was about to give us information on the murder. But then again, we wouldn't have discovered what was in that room. What's he hiding?
What's up, Nick?
Those footprints again. The ones we saw leading into Neville.
They're heading back towards the bridge. Look! Look who's making them!
Oh.
It's Mr. X!
Excuse me, sir. Sir, hello?
You again.
Yes, can we ask you some questions? You have something of mine, and I want it back before I start giving you answers. What's he talking about? Who are you? Who are you? I don't think he'll talk to me unless I give him what he wants. Okay, fine. Here's your stupid card. Stop wasting my time. Sheesh, I think I hit a nerve. Oh, the badge. Is this yours? That's it. Give it to me now. Prosecutor's badge given to Mr. X. So this is his badge. Detective Snow must have told him I had it. Now let's see if I can get some answers. Who are you? Who are you?
Prosecutor. The one you'll be facing tomorrow. You're the one defending Vincenzo's cicatrice, right?
Yeah?
Heh. We don't have a chance. I'll stop at nothing to declare that blue-haired creep guilty.
Whoa! His eye! Did you see it? His eye, it glowed! This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Somebody please tell me what's going on.
Oh, and we're back to the trial. So you know what? Next time, we're going to get into this trial.